Welcome to Brenda's Boring Blog. Today's adventure is I'm just going to put on some everyday makeup for use around the house. I've already done some basic startups here. I start off with Oil of Olay Effects Total Effects 7-in-1 product because I like the way that it does some cover-up, very basic beginnings of cover-up. It highlights my under eyes, it helps reduce bags, and there's about 4 other effects that it does. I also use Olay Complete as a daytime moisturizer, and those are my daily routines I use. Now when I do want to wear makeup, I have begun using Sheer Envy's Primer Illuminating. I got the illuminating because I do cons, and by day 2, definitely day 3 of the con, you're dead and you're just exhausted. So I needed something to brighten up my face. It does put sparkles on, but those 3 are already on my face. I rub it all over. For the primer, I also put it on my eyelids because it helps keep my eye makeup from creasing. Makes it last a lot longer, and it doesn't smear and it doesn't run nearly as fast. So what I start with on my daily routine is actually an eyebrow mascara. This is NYX Professional Makeup Eyebrow Mascara. I don't have eyebrows. They're very faint. They're actually there, but they're very faint and blonde. So I just start off with placing them on here. I'm going to put a couple of other layers of things on there because makeup is all about layers. This side is going to be my old makeup styles, what I use, and this side is going to be the new things that I got from Sephora the other day. I'm going to start off with some concealer, and this is L'Oreal's Nouveau True Match. You can see I've been using it for a while. I like what it does, but it actually doesn't get rid of the blues enough. But still, we're going to go for both looks. I start off by just dabbing a couple spots here. I'm going to go ahead and blend all of this in. And while that's setting, I can get the other side. This is the new thing I got here. Concealer. It's Radiant Creamer Concealer by Mars. Like I said, I got this at Sephora. I'm very excited to use it. It is a much heavier coverage than the other one. Beautiful soft tipped applicator. Scents seem to be talked about a lot. It does have a very nice light floral scent, but not one that's enough to cause any kind of reaction. Same brush, different side. And I can see the difference already. Even though this one did cover up and diminish the black circles, purple circles, this one has pretty much obliterated them. A little bit of a yellow tinge in there, but I'm going to wear foundation also, so those will all blend in. We're going to change the lighting around and see how else this works. So while that is setting, I had done the eyebrows. I'm going to go ahead and use my Brow Zings. This came from a friend of mine in Scotland, very dear to my heart. It presents both an eyebrow wax and a powder. So they both fill it in. So it's a 2-step process. For the wax, we use this little angled brush, and I just go along here and create a little bit more firmness for the powder to stick to. You'll notice that I put on my foundation after the fact of all this other makeup coming on, and most makeup people do it the other way around. I got in this habit because for cosplay, I put on very heavy eyeshadows, and they would fall and flake, especially if I used a lot of sparkly materials. So, as you can see, that's why I'm doing it backwards, one step at a time, while other things set and get bases on. For my eyeshadow, I am going to use some MaryKay makeup. Not using them all. I'm actually going to use this as a nice light rose-ish color. And I go ahead and put that everywhere. I do the windshield wiper technique. And I raise my eyebrow so I can get into the crease. My eyes hooded with age and gravity, but they're also deep set, so following either tutorial, again, doesn't work for me. I find it an interesting challenge. Next, I'm going to use an old contour brush. These 3 are actually from MaryKay also, when I began selling it 30 years ago. So for this, I'm actually going to start right here at the tip of my eyebrow and go straight across. Because my eyes hood a little bit, there's a very little bit of a crease in there, and it loves to catch the makeup and intensify. Like I said, I try not to work with the fallout, and by avoiding that area altogether, I just lift my eye up and don't encourage the droop. I put this contour up so high, not only for that reason, but also because with the hooding, nobody can see it, because I certainly can't walk around with my eyes closed all day. Add a little bit more color in here, just for a little bit more depth. And there, very, very simple. This is Maybelline Vanilla. I use this to add some highlight, to add some more lift to my eyes. I've touched up on there right below my brow, but I'm going to show you how and what right in here. Just the very smallest amount. You don't necessarily want a gleaming light to be up there. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take a little bit on my brush. This one does fall out. I'm going to go right across the bulge of the eyelid. Just down by the lashes, because that is often seen, and it can help to open the eye a little bit more. Make it just a little bit brighter. The days of having black eyeliner around both sides of my eye are gone. Black eyeliner. This is by MaryKay. I have a smudge brush for this. So this brush here is Revlon, and it's got one brush for application and this side for smudging. So it does soften the look here a little bit. I just go along a very small line here. And yes, it does look very intense for a moment. Yeah, it does help to open my eye a little bit more just by popping on the sides there. Now we're going to try for that foundation. This is BB cream. I love this BB cream. It is a sheer coverage. I like keeping my freckles because that way people quit asking me if I'm a real redhead. And so I'm going to do BB cream on one side by Rimmel in London. Put some tabs on only half of my face. This should be very interesting. This will be a lot of fun. I use a brush. I don't like the beauty blenders because I have no patience for that. I go in a circular motion generally. And it does blend in very nice and flawlessly. Now I'm going to try something very new. A sample they gave me at Sephora. So I don't have the actual thing. It is called It CC Plus Light Coverage Cream. I have not used this since I got this a couple days ago. So this will be a fun adventure for me. Put some on my finger. Some on my cheek, that chin, and the nose. It's very liquidy. It also has a nice light floral smell. Same brush. Slightly different color than what I have over there on the other side. Very pretty. It's nice and shiny. Yeah. Of course, never forget to blend this in on both sides because nobody likes a stripe on your cheek. While that's setting, I'm going to play with my lips a little bit. This is a MaryKay Signature lip liner, and it is neutral. I like the neutrals because sometimes they're very, very pink on me. Other times they are brown, depending on how healthy I am that day. Right, the person at Sephora recommended I use setting powder to take away the shine. When she did it, I had a lot of extra wrinkles, so I'm still hesitant to use setting powder. I'm going to explore these avenues on my own for a little bit, see how I like it. I might like shining for a while. After all, I use Radiant primer on my skin anyways. Now this lipstick is from L'Oreal. It is Raisin Rapture. Because I'm going for more of an everyday look, and I don't want my lips necessarily to be super vavoom, I just put it on one and smear it on both of them. The taste of this one does taste like lipstick. Not that I'm eating it, but it has that smell that goes into your taste buds. So I'm going to do mascara next. I have these adorable little samples from Sephora, and you get like 5 of them, and then you can when you try them all out, and when you find a favorite one, you can use you go in and you exchange it for a full-size mascara. So this is Milk by Kush mascara. This is my first time. I have not even opened it before. Very, very full brush. I have nice light colored skimpy eyelashes, so I've always had to use mascara to make them noticeable at all. And it does help, because people like to see some sort of definition around the eye, even on days when I don't wear any other makeup. Always a little bit of mascara, a little bit of lipstick. This is nice. No scent. The way that it filled in my lashes, it didn't clump them together at all. I love this. I do feel a little bit extended. I do feel highlighted. And the bottom lashes are always the trickiest part. They like to just go their own way. This has actually combed them down nice and evenly. I've never used high quality mascara before. I've always used drugstore brands. And usually my favorite is it's Maybelline Big Lash. It's consistently good enough. Better than a lot of the other things. I didn't mind the brush and things like that. So far this is the second one I've tried with from Sephora. It's amazing. The quality of the brush, the quality of the makeup going on. I am head over heels in love. I have never had my bottom lashes look this good. Now we're going to go to the very final stages here. I am using Makeover Essentials. This is a bronzer technically. I like to use it as a contour. It's a beautiful blush. It says not to shake it. I do. I do a 3. It actually does help fill in areas right here and make that contour a little bit more realistic, because it's not just a stripe across your face, across my face for that matter. Do it a few times. I do it a couple right here especially because I am trying to highlight my cheekbones. And I see this technique also, and this helps to get rid of this, because I've always had this. So you're like that. And then you do that to help blend it down. A little bit more definition in my face. This is an everyday look, and here I am using highlighter and contour. But it works for me. This is MaryKay Facial Highlighter. I don't know if they even sell this anymore. I've had that long. So when you sell MaryKay, you end up with quite the collection of products. I just put that on there, and I just dab here. It doesn't take anything to set. It's right under here to help bring up my cheekbones. And then over that, I'm going to use Almay's Smart Shade, a warmer blush. And instead of using the adorable little brush that comes with it, like this, it's kind of coarse, and I wasn't liking it, but I have discovered that my Echo brush, my all natural fiber brush, works really well. So I do some blushing right along in here.
Highlighter, don't you?
Cover it right over the highlighter, because I put the highlighter above the makeup instead of below it, but it still leaves the effect there. And never forget the apple of your cheeks. So you suck in your face for the contour. But since I did the 3, and I know right about where the corners of my mouth are, I come down there. But I don't want to come all the way down there, because for me that looks kind of silly. Could be a cool effect for a costume though, so I'll keep that in mind in the future. This is my look. Everything's blended in. I have 2 different types of foundations, and I'm really not sure which one I like better at this point. I do like the glow a lot. There's no drastic difference, so I don't have to worry about trying to take everything off, and don't have to try about removing all my makeup and redoing my foundation. I'm content to look like this today. This is more subdued, kind of for my girl next door looks. This is for something when I want to pop a little bit more. I really like them both. I would actually have both on hand. Thank you for tuning in to Brenda's boring vlog today. My initial makeup tutorial comparing some of two brands, the ones I use and ones that are new. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave any comments in the comment section below. Have a good day.